All right, ladies and gentlemen, you already know the vibes. Of course, I go by Young Nisa. And today for our media pass, I'm super excited because I'm going to ask our guest a lot of questions about where he's from. I'm very intrigued about his state, but I'm also wanting you to know about this song that he has called Workin. We're going to get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have KJ Jones with me today. Yes, sir. How are
Yo,
you?
yo,
How
how
you
you
doing
feeling?
today? Y'all got a lot of snow up there?
Too much. You want to take some? You want to take some from
Man,
me?
we got look, I'm in Ohio, so I don't need no more.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I definitely wanted to get some background information on you for everybody that's watching. Tell us where you from,
Mm,
and
I'm
tell
from
us,
Rockford.
how long you been doing your music.
Well, I'm from Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah.
I'm brand here, Rockford, Illinois, and I've actually been making music for about a month and some change now. I mean, a year and some change now. I'm sorry,
Hey, you
year and
moving
some change.
fast. So, what got you into the music a year ago? Tell me, was it COVID?
No, no, it was a little bit before that. It was
Okay,
actually
okay,
early or late 2020 or 2019. It was late
okay,
2019 I started making music. But before then, I was always in the, different forms of music, making
okay.
different music. Because, music is just art. There's different forms of it.
Yeah.
So I was always into playing the drums. I played the tenor saxophone. I played the piano, picked up on the keys a little bit. I was always in church, so I was always sitting around in the music department, just trying to
Okay.
watch and learn. So I just started putting, being able to create music. And then I've always loved to write since I was young. So I
Okay.
put those two together and then here we are. I'm making music now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell me some of your influences. I know you mentioned the church, but like who really, and it could be, people we know, people we don't know. Who really influenced
Mhm.
you, to really dive into this?
Definitely Chance the Rapper, J. Cole, Tupac. Um,
Some good
honestly,
artists.
a lot of the storytellers, a lot of the storytellers, because that's one thing I always said I'm gonna do is just tell my story.
I
So
was gonna say when I was
it's a lot
listening
of the
to your
storytellers.
record, I could tell like I felt really connected to working. So tell us about how that even came about because those lyrics and what you're saying is real.
So basically, one, I appreciate that,
No
but
doubt.
basically, my boy B and I, who you hear on that, we just wanted to have something to just start the year off.
Okay.
2020 was as hectic as it was, and so everybody needed to regroup. Come back to the drawing board, get this year in order, and get it right, so we can bounce back.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, you know what? We working. We working all 2021 because I mean
I
it's just gonna
love
be
it.
a grind to bounce back from what 2020 was and what should have been in 2020. So we got to get it this time, and now we
I
working,
love
and
it.
that's where it came from.
How did 2020 change you personally?
Um, it one made me realize just how quickly everything could be snatched away. Like a lot of rights that we had that we just took for granted could be snatched away like that. Like
Yep, yep.
walking in freely to a store, no mask, no nothing. Ain't got to worry
Yeah.
about none of that.
Yeah.
Like just normal stuff. How it could easily just be turned around so quickly. But
Yeah.
it also taught me that you know being alone is one, or like being in solitude is the
Mhm.
best time for you to perfect your craft and build your craft. So that's all I did. I just wrote and wrote and wrote, increased my
Yeah.
writing. And then by the time it was done, I was able to get back to recording, to get down with my producer. It was just knockout
I
songs.
love
And
it. I
that's what
love
it
it.
is now. So now it's working. Now we just work.
I love it. So you have mentioned that you about your sweatshirt there, your brand.
Yeah, it's my boy.
So yeah, that's a clean hoodie right there. Tell me about that. Like you doing your music, you creating a whole clothing line. What else you do?
So I can't take full credit for this right here,
Okay,
but
okay,
this is my boy's brand. My
okay.
boy's
That's
brand,
hard.
Ben's J. So he got his own Rockford original. He tried to do something local. So I figured, you know what? All right, let's rep it. Let's
Hey,
rep. Let's get
rep
it
it.
out there. Let's get it started. So something to tie over with him. Something I'm doing with him right now.
That's awesome. So for somebody who's never heard of Rockford, Illinois, give us, I mean,
Mm.
tell us what it's like. Like take us to your hometown, your city.
I mean, as far as the media puts it, may not be the best area to be in,
Mhm.
but there's so much hidden talent in this town, in this city. And like the one thing I want to do is use what my platform, once I get to where I want to be, use that platform to bring out that hidden talent. Because there's so many bad apples in Rockford, and the good apples get picked through because those bad apples
Yeah.
outshining.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the media may portray Rockford, Chicago, some very interesting places that don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be in certain areas, but
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
me, Rockford is just a diamond in the rough. That's got to be dusted off. That's all it is.
That's beautiful. I like how you put it. So what's your goal for yourself as an artist? Like where do you see yourself? What do you want people to say about your legacy? Kind of map that out for us.
I think I tell you what I'll put it this way. Five 5 years from now.
Okay.
5 years from now sound good. So
Mm-hmm.
5 years from now, I want to be able to say that I've accomplished. I built my own brand. I've made a name in the game where I wanted to be. I'm doing what I want to be doing, and now I'm able to use again, like I said, use my platform to help other artists that I see. People around here. Because I'm not trying to be cliche or nothing, but that's the first thing that
Yeah.
every artist wants to do is go run back to their hometown and like help the boys out get up. But that's
Yep.
what I want to do because there is some hidden talent here that
Yep.
needs to be pulled out. Because I want to not only do I want to pull that talent out and help out my people around here, do something for my community, but at the same time, I want to let people know that Rockford is like there's so much more to Rockford than what you see with the gang, the gun violence, and all
Right.
this stuff like that. There's
Right.
art, there's beauty coming out of Rockford. There's athletes coming out of Rockford. We have Fred Van Fleet, we have James Robinson that's in the NFL and in the NBA. So now I want to show that creative side to Rockford. We've shown the athletic ability. Now I want to show the creative side of it, and that's what
I
I'm trying
love
to
it.
do.
I love it. If somebody's watching right now, I know they're inspired, number one, but for an artist that's sitting watching us have this conversation, what advice would you give them, especially coming from, a city with either a stigma or a city that's not really given the opportunity to shine?
Hmm. I would definitely say, from my experience, use your social media as a tool. Use your social media as a tool because that's the one way you're gonna connect and reach and network with anybody. But at the same time, use those odds that are playing against you and those statistics that the people say you may reach and be a part of in your city. Use that against it. Use that to
Mhm.
motivate you, fuel you. Like every time somebody tells me I can't do something, that's the one thing that fuels me. It's like, all right, now you about to watch me do it. Even if I hurt myself
Yeah.
doing it, I'm gonna get right back up and do it again just to prove
Yeah.
you wrong.
I
So
love
like
it.
that's the one thing I would tell them. Like, who cares about what everybody out here says? Like, I can tell you right now, there's people in Rockford that really don't mess with my music right now, but I can tell
Mhm.
you at the same time, you're gonna make a splash somewhere else before you make a
Absolutely.
splash back home locally.
Yep.
So
Man,
don't
you
worry
got you
about
got you
whatever
got the
going on back home.
gems. You got the gems going. I'm excited for what the future and the present holds for you. Like seriously, having this
Yeah,
conversation,
most definitely.
it's an exciting time. Let's do this. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, most definitely. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram at KJ_Jones, Joanz. And on YouTube, if you're trying to check out the video for Working as well, that is out right now behind the scenes. It's coming soon. KJ Jones as well.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Well, until the next single you dropping, because you got to come back and visit us. We wish you
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but success. Thank you so much for your time. Matter of fact, do this. Introduce your new single. We're gonna go out with that.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's your boy KJ Jones. It's a new single Working with Jones and B. And check that out for me. Enjoy it.
Yeah, meet the plug, y'all. We see y'all next time.